Hi, I want to make a video real quick on all the different things you can do with a Stenner Econ pump. This is the most common model, this EM20H, that works like a 1-to-128 medicator pump. Stenner has several models where they have one where you can set a variable speed from 0 to 60 RPM with a potentiometer, and like another pump can do like 0 to 20 RPM. One pump can do 0.5 to 15 seconds, or 0 to 5 to 16 revolutions, because all these pumps are 60 revolutions per minute for most of their operation. Well, they're all the same pump. What Stenner does is they just configure the model pump with these dip switches. Some pumps will have the 4-wire harness, some pumps won't, but again, the most common pump is this 1-to-128 doser pump. And if your application requires you dose, for example, 0.5 or 1 RPM per pulse of the water meter, if whatever you're dosing is not necessarily 1-to-128, you can just open your pump up and set the correct dip switches. So I'm going to go through here and show you all the dip switch settings on these pumps. The default syndicator mode is just dip switch number 8 turned up. So when we run these pumps with that, the first setting is prime, and the pump will just start up, and it's doing something a little funny now. I'm gonna plug it in. And by the way, when you change modes with these pumps, you have to unplug them, let it sit for a few seconds, and then make your dip switch selection, and then apply 24 volts to the pump again. So here is the default, here's the dip switch 8, which is the syndicator mode. You'll notice when we cross the red and black, the relay will connect the green and white wires. This is like your signal to your computer. And we put it on the far left setting, it'll go into prime mode. And then if we go to the far right setting, this doses for one pulse per gallon for 1-to-128. And if we go over like here in the middle, that's a pulse per liter. And then we come over some more. That's prime. That's a pulse per liter. You get the idea. Dip switch 7, it just runs at, I think, 30 RPM. It's not that interesting. So again, you have to unplug it, let it drain. It's gonna run at 1 speed. This setting here is not that useful. Setting dip switch 6. Dip switch 6 is a very interesting mode. It'll give you this latching output. So you'll tap it, you hear it latch. It's right now these are closed. And then now it just opened. On the first setting, it'll give you 5 RPM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then with this potentiometer set all the way over, it'll give you 60 revolutions per pulse. And I'm not going to wait the whole 60. You get the idea. This is a mode that will let you set in any variable amount between 5 revolutions to a 60. And dip switch 5, this is the one that is very useful. what this will give you is, it works the same way, where it just passes the same output. The relay just reflects whatever red and black are. And on the lowest setting, it'll give you half a revolution per pulse of your meter. And then the full setting will give you 15 revolutions. Or 5. It's half a revolution to 5 revolutions. Dip switch 4 is one of the variable speed modes. There's the lowest setting. There's full speed. That's off. Dip switch 3, or dip switch 4, gives you variable speed 0 to 60. Dip switch 2 also gives you variable speed 0 to 60. And dip switch 1 will give you variable speed about 0 to 20 RPM. Dip switch 3 does nothing with this pump in this configuration. However, I think these are probably a UART port, and they make a model of this pump that has a display. They probably have used that dip switch configuration. The pump will listen to that serial interface versus running off of the configuration of the potentiometer plus your signal wires. So yeah, you can do a lot of stuff with any Stenner Econ pump. You just need to configure the right thing, and yeah, you can modify these pumps to fit your application.